Today we have the teleport relics, and they are going to give people so much to theorycraft. It is so exciting. Let's begin with a favorite of mine, Fairy's Flight. I love this last league, and it got a little buff as well. Upon choosing this relic, you will receive the Fairy Mushroom. This item will teleport you to any fairy ring, spirit tree, or tool leprechaun. Unlocking this relic will auto-complete the Tree Gnome Village quest. This item ignores wilderness teleport restrictions. This item cannot be used to teleport to an area you haven't unlocked. This item ignores wilderness teleport restrictions. That is nuts. That is nuts. Now, what that means is if you are someone who is taking the wilderness, you can be in max level wilderness and teleport out using this item. You don't have to worry about any of those restrictions. So this is a huge buff if you're taking the wilderness, which, spoiler, I'm taking the wilderness no matter what. And then we have Bank Heist. Now, this one I don't find as interesting, but I can see a lot of theory crafting you can do. Upon choosing this relic, you'll receive the Banker's Briefcase. This item will allow you to teleport to any deposit box, bank, or bank chest. This item ignores wilderness teleport restrictions. This item cannot be used to teleport to an area you haven't unlocked. Now, the deposit boxes, there are a lot of them. The banks, there are a lot of them. Bank chests, there are a lot of them. Now, immediately, where does my mind go of this being useful? Wilderness is an amazing example. People will be taking this in the wilderness, I guarantee it, for a very simple reason. You can go to the Ferox Enclave and have access to that pool. You don't have to build it in your house. That is pretty awesome for people. It gives them a really easy way to reset things. I like Bank Heist, but I have to say it's rather plain to me. It's bank teleports. I mean, it's very useful, but it's plain. And the next one, maybe I'm wrong, I think is just absolutely incredible. Clue Compass. This is, to me, this league's fairy flight and uniqueness. Upon choosing this relic, you'll receive the Clue Compass. This item will allow you to teleport to any stash unit and follow the bard, respecting area unlocks. It has the ability to teleport you to your current clue step if you have one. Note this will not work on clue steps that require you to kill a certain NPC. Now, from my understanding, that will be like, am I guessing, is that if you get the one clue step where it's like, you have to go to the house south of the elemental workshop, but to get in, you have to kill a chicken to get a key that's outside the ranging guild and all that. That wouldn't work, because you have to kill a chicken for a key, and you have to get that key to then go into where the step is actually located. But this would work if you have to dig at a certain coordinates and then get attacked by a mage. Now let's continue on. This item ignores wilderness teleport restrictions, which is incredible if you have the wilderness, because this now means that all of those wilderness clue steps are instant. You can teleport between them. This item cannot be used to teleport to an area that you've unlocked. So what this means, from the way I'm understanding it, is I can have a big stack of clues, whether there is a clue relic or not, another clue relic or not, whether I take that clue relic or not, I can have a stack of, let's say, hard clues. I can go through them, because let's say I hate clues. I do. And I can go through them, and eventually I get to a step where I need to get a hold of 3 items I don't have. I can drop that clue, open another hard clue, and it's, let's say that one isn't a step like that. I can just teleport to that location, and I can just burn through my clues. This also means that if I have a clue step that happens to put me somewhere really useful for skilling or PVM or whatever I'm doing, just by chance, I can just not complete that step. And now I have that clue step as a teleport point. Now, I don't know if anyone's done a map of all the possible clue teleport points. I don't know if that exists. But what I can tell you exists is there is a map of all the stashes. And what do you see here is a stash that everyone would have access to at a bank. If you were taking the banker's option, the banker's briefcase, for particularly access to a quick bank, you don't have to do it. Now, the banker's thing, they've stated, I believe in the Discord, I've read a little bit in the Discord, it will take you to directly next to the deposit box of the bank. This might require a little bit of walking, but look how close this is. And if you're wondering, well, what does it look like in the full game, right, when I zoom out? So as you can see, we have a few here. Now, from my understanding, from what I was reading, when it comes to locations like this, which is the Great Pyramid outside, we get that. And okay, so the Agility Pyramid, stairs at the beginning. Basically, your teleport won't take you inside of the pyramids. It'll take you to the start. And this is just the overworld. There are stashes that are inside that aren't included. So let's just take a look real quick. You can give you an idea of what we're talking about overall. Just a real quick kind of zoom around. And a teleport point that's not mentioned, well, for example, right here, you see this one right here? If you don't take the wilderness, you might not know. This is an amazing teleport point. Because what this means is, if you aren't high alching, this shop buys for high alch value in the wilderness. Wildy bad. Remember, Wildy is bad, but this shop will buy for high alch value. So if I don't need to high alch things, I can just sell bulk to this shop and I can teleport right there. That is a huge convenience. Now, I don't get the Banker's Note teleport to the Ferox Enclave, but there might be a clue step that goes here. I'm actually not sure. I'll have to check. And I can just sit on that until I decide to grind clues. You have a one all the way over here. And, of course, we go up here. You get one right here. Deep, deep weldy. So if I need to go over to Scorpio, I can do that. If I go to Chaos Elemental, I'm right by Chaos Elemental. I'm right by the resource area. I'm right by the chest. This is really good. And there's another one that's not shown right here, because there's a stash located in the underground here for the KBD layer, which is the Echo Boss. So that is pretty interesting, right? A lot of people were worried, am I going to get PK'd and just be annoyed? People are going to gatekeep the Echo Boss for fun. Well, what if you could use a relic to just not even have to step foot into the wilderness on your way there? Not that you lose anything, but people don't like they don't like it when they get PK'd. And it's not just that. Like, let's say you have Asgarnia. Here you go. Here is Warriors Guild Bank and Warriors Guild Bank, two separate clues right here. So it's very powerful. Very, very powerful. Depending on what your regions are, it's more or less powerful. Like for me, I'm taking the desert, right? So I take the desert and I'm sitting here, you're looking at this and going, that looks not good, right? That looks not good. And I'm taking the wilderness, and you might be looking at the wilderness and going, well, that's not really a lot. Like, it gives you some stuff, but that's not amazing. And I'm also, right now, I have changed my mind for now. I am considering Fremennik. And if you look at Fremennik, that's not too great. It's not too great for the stashes. But I get a bank. I get some teleports around my regions that might be a little more annoying to get to. And I get to complete clues quickly. As a wilderness player, I know a lot of people don't play the wilderness, you actually, at least in my experience, will be bombarded with clues. If you wear a Ring of Wealth, and with the bonuses that there just are in the game to increase clues, just naturally, like if I took the clue relic, of course it's crazy, but naturally the wilderness gives you a ton of clues, and they're stackable in leagues, and I would end up with piles of hundreds of clues, and I hate clues, and I wouldn't do them. With this, I can burn them. And it's nice because right now, my current plan is for tank range gear, it would actually be Blessed D'hide. And I think I feel comfortable taking the clue teleport relic at this time. Even if I don't take, if it's a clue boosting relic later and I have to make a choice, I feel like I don't need to take it. I feel like I can grind enough clues to get myself full Blessed D'hide. Pretty quickly. I was just trying to think of, like, if I took, if I didn't take Asgarnia is really easy, right? I get Black D'hide, I probably go and try to get, Armadil, right? But I was trying to figure out, well, what do I take that's a little better? Well, Blessed High is just a little better, and I have all the stats from hopefully eventually all the stats from the Fremennik jewelry. If I was taking Asgardia, this is a lot easier to pick, right? Look at all of those teleport locations, but I am going to try to not take Asgardia. I might change my mind again. But it's a very, very powerful teleport relic, and I just don't see this being worth it to me. And I feel like I am someone who has one of the best reasons to take this relic. I really do, because of the wilderness, because I have access to that pool. But I just don't feel it. Partly because to me it's just kind of it's less fun. It's just to the banks. But maybe I'll change my mind. But we shall see. Let me just double check if there's any FAQ updates from the Discord here. You don't need to fill the unit to teleport to it. Bank heist. We have a list of bank heist starting locations. Would be chest at the wreck. I'm not sure where that is, but chest wreck. Dorgish Khan, probably on the island. Draenor, Edgeville, Fossil Island, Grand Exchange, Guardians of the Rift, Isle of Souls, Lumbridge Basement, Lumbridge Castle. I don't know what this is, but Renesta, I don't know. Shala Village, Tazar City, Varrock East, Varrock West, Volcanic Mines, and Xanaris. I thought, for some reason, I was thinking Guardians of the Rift was locked to desert. Why was I thinking that? Maybe it's because the Desert Treasure 2 boss in that area is locked to the desert? I'm not sure. And Pyramid Plunder takes you to the lobby. Agility Pyramid takes you to the start. So, and Clue teleport location is based in the last one you read. So, I just think it's really strong. I think it's really strong. I think it's really probably the best pick for me, even with how little teleports I have. I think it's just, and look at the starting area. That is so nice for the starting area. And these are the above ground. If there's below ground, can I go a layer? Can I go? Wait, here we go. We got some more. Ivan's Temple. Ancient Cavern Under the Whirlpool. God Wars. Well, there you go. If you wanted to teleport real quick to that room. I didn't know you could do this on the wiki. I've never done it. So this is actually really useful. And that's it. But I know there's one. People have, on the Discord, people have talked about the one that's right at the, there's one at the KVD layer. Interesting. Oh, is it right here? Oh, there we go. Never mind. Let's see what we got here. We got Pyramid Plunder 7th. This will be at the start of Pyramid Plunder. Enchanted Valley. Not that we need it. We have the Fairy Ring. There we go. KVD layer. Death Altar. Tazar. Where's the Death Altar located? Tyrwin. So if you're taking T, you would teleport to a Death Altar as well. As I said, there's going to be a lot of theory crafting. People are going to dig into this. I have to dig into this. But at the very least, it seems the most fun. I'm excited for it. I was really excited for Fairy's Flight because it was so different. It was unique. It was a leagues only thing. I didn't have to. It was. I mean, the bank stuff still is, but this is just way cooler in my opinion than the bank. I don't see myself taking the bank, even if I would get the really really useful pool.